Side by side for the lead. Suarez on the inside, Hamlin on the outside.
Haley on that outside line, top of 3. He's got some help with him.
Oh, into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it.
The whole
Haley. The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. And look at virtually the only car to clear it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've never seen racing that intense in Daytona. Never.
And Martin Truex Jr. is going to gain some spots here. So many.
Look at that radar.
Yeah, you see the weather cells that are starting to pop up now, and that's typical for this part of Florida.
I mean, there were, I'll tell you how it started, but it's like 4 or 5 things happening all at once. When we pick it up, you've got 2 or 3 cars sideways from multiple types of contact.
I was with you, and when we started there, I saw 2 cars sideways. I think we're going to try it a little bit earlier. Let's take a look from the 3 right here.
In 2022, NASCAR had a lot of missteps. With this new NASCAR Next Gen car, it was very trial and error. But one of the biggest error that year wasn't even with the cars themselves. It was when the rain decided to fall at Daytona and NASCAR did not throw the caution. It started pouring down rain in turn number 1. NASCAR let them continue racing, and you saw what happened. Almost the entire field falls apart as they couldn't control their race cars in the wet condition. Thankfully, nobody was injured in this accident, but man, a lot of drivers like Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez took massive hits. This just shows NASCAR's incapability sometimes to even officiate their own races safely. In 2024, Joey Logano lost the race to Austin Dillon after being wrecked. So what does Joey Logano do? He throws a tantrum and drives fast down pit road and almost runs over unofficial Austin Dillon's pit crew members and his family. This resulted in Logano getting a massive fine 2 days later.
Pit road, look at the nose of Jimmy Johnson's car. He got into the back of Kyle Busch exiting their pits when Busch had to brake for a car that jumped out in front of him.
Kevin Harvick jumped out in front of Kyle, and he had to get on the brakes and then contact.
Damaged the right rear corner of Kyle's car.
Yeah, look at this. This damage right there, that's pretty significant. That's important area of the car for side force.
Some grip in these corners. Ooh, trouble, turn 1. Danica Patrick, Landon Castle tangled up. Castle going for a slide.
Yeah, we did not hit anything. Did not hit anything.
It looked like Danica had a chance of not hitting anything, but just back up on the track.
8th caution is out.
Bringing the pit road here has got some pretty heavy left front damage.
Racing for 25th and 26th positions on the lead lap. And I saw that. It kind of looked like.
Nice and smooth here. Easy, easy, easy. Just keep it off the wall.
Yeah, she certainly seemed to go in there with a purpose into the corner of at least sending a little bit of a message, but ended up getting the worst end of it.
Rule number 1 of stock car racing should always be, if you're going to wreck somebody, wreck them and don't wreck yourself. And Danica Patrick learned this the hard way after she tried to wreck Landon Castle during the 2012 race at Kansas. She was upset with Castle and decided to drive into turn number 1, get into Castle and spin him out. Unfortunately, she would do more damage to her own race car than she would for him. He was able to spin and save his race car, unlike Patrick, who overcorrected and would damage her race car, ending her race immediately.
Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And
Michael Waltrip. Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Stay below the white line. You got some people out there. There you go.
Sterling Marlin, he's got damage. He must have hit Gordon.
Well, I'm sure he's checked. He may have been wondering how that right front damage looks.
The car.
Sterling Marlin is jumping out of his car. He's going around to look at the right front fender. But, oh, he can't do that.
You can't work on your car under the red flag. That's the NASCAR rule.
Pull it off a little bit.
You're not allowed to work on your car under the red flag.
Sterling Marlin pulls one of the stupidest things to do in NASCAR. While leading the Great American Race, the biggest race of the year, he tries to pull his fender out under the red flag. Under the NASCAR rulebook, you are not allowed to repair your vehicle under the red flag, or even touch your vehicle for that matter. Marlin broke the rules and was placed last in the lead lap with a restart with just a handful of laps to go. He would forfeit his lead position and lose the Daytona 500.
This is after the checkers. That was Junior who hit Kyle Larson and set that off, it looks like.
Oh, that was a hard lick right there for Ryan Reed.
I know he's the most popular driver ever in NASCAR, but this is probably a moment that Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants fans and for himself to forget. After the 2014 Xfinity race at Daytona, he ended up getting into the back of a few cars, spinning them out, and causing a massive accident after the race. Funny enough, Dale Jr. would actually go on to win the Daytona 500 the following day. That's pretty ironic that this happened. One of his dumbest moments turned out to be one of his smartest moments just a day later. Going back to dumbest moments, Paulie Haraka, in his first ever Cup Series debut, decided to wreck before he even got off pit road. That is something that's probably never happened in a NASCAR race and probably will never happen again.
Got into Alex Kennedy, both set to make their Sprint Cup debut today, and here's a replay of what happened.
That's just guys not paying attention. That's all that is.
19, the white machine of Alex Kennedy.
So why don't we race in the rain in NASCAR on these big super speedway ovals? Here's one reason.
You can't even run on the banking at 55, 30 miles an hour.
Track drying efforts continue.
Caution is out at Michigan. We have a new track mascot. I'm not sure. It's not a beaver. We've ruled out beaver. I'm not sure. A giant squirrel, maybe, huh?
It does look like a really big squirrel.
They've got a scoop shovel out. Now, I'm going to tell you, the last time we went through this, Michael, you and I were at Bristol for the trucks. There was a squirrel. Now we've got confirmation it's a groundhog. Will a groundhog bite you if you put it in a bad situation?
I'm not going to wait and find out.
This is really going to get good. He's got. Oh. All right, we're going to go to break. We'll keep an eye on the groundhog.
Still putting my money on the groundhog.
He's still on the loose. Why does this always happen? Oh, they got him. How many safety workers at a racetrack does it take to catch a groundhog that's on the loose? And we don't have an official. Oh, he's gotten away again.
I didn't have a good feeling about it. I told you, I'm still putting my money on the.
They were trying to relocate the groundhog, and he's on the run once more.
That groundhog just wasn't feeling that bucket.
But he said entry stability is their focus here as we finish up, and the groundhog continues to win this race in practice.
Oh, this is a trash can.
Trash can.
Look at this.
It's a barrel.
Oh, don't hit it.
Uh-oh.
I feel good about it. I feel good about. Oh, he went and got him. He went down and got him, that fella there in the vest. Hey, celebrate good times.
That's all he needed was a bigger bucket.
And the celebration in the garage right of your screen.
Something you don't expect at a NASCAR race is animals all over the racetrack, but it happens more times than not. And at Michigan one year, there was a loose groundhog on the track, and it took so long it felt like for them to capture this thing. They finally were able to get him squared away, and they were able to get him off the racetrack so they can continue practice. But this was one of the most hilarious things that's ever happened in a NASCAR practice session.
Involving 3 key players, and just a moment ago, here's what's happened. A fan somehow gets out of the infield area, comes out on the track, and is trying to get Matt Kenseth's autograph.
Oh, do you think alcohol had anything at all to do with that? Oh, my God. Kenseth's going, you're not going to believe what just happened here, guys. He jumps over the guardrail, runs back up, and then gets apprehended here.
Yeah, he might get a free ride home.
I'm like, I'm a little busy right now, buddy. It's like, come on, man, have the balls. And I'm like, come on, I'm a little busy here. And all honk those trucks and cars, everybody come running from everywhere.
Does that ever happen to you, Rusty? Anybody ever
no,
come
that's
to you?
never happened to me. That's just amazing. And they'll think about that and laugh about that for a long time.
In 2007, Matt Kenseth had one of, if not the weirdest fan experience during a race that's ever happened to any NASCAR driver. Under the red flag after the cleanup of a massive accident, a fan jumped over the guardrail, stuck his head and hand in Matt Kenseth's race car, and asked for an autograph as they're sitting there under the red flag. This is something that probably won't ever happen again, but it will forever be one of the best moments at Watkins Glen.
Demolition Derby, baby. Somebody stay with him, calm his ass down.
As pissed off as I was 20 seconds ago, this is pretty entertaining back here.
Kenseth is ready to fight. Here we go.
Man, when you get back Kenseth that hot, you've really done something. The pit crews are in there scrambling. It's like a rugby scrum down there. The pressure of the chase. We saw it right there.
A lot of anger vented towards you at the end of this race. Take us to, first of all, what happened with Denny Hamlin?
Well, I think first off, the Detroit Genuine Parts Ford was good today. We're probably going to have a 4th or 5th place run and just didn't catch a break in so many different ways, but I'm really proud of everyone at Team Penske. And then, through just this whole sequence of events, I think the 20 car gotten back at me on one of the restarts, just a racing deal. I wasn't mad at him, but when the last yell came out, he got the waiver on him when he came by and swung at my car and tore the whole right front off of it. And when we were restarting 5th with no right front on it, we fell all the way back to 16th and ruined our day and gave us a big chase hurt, which is unfortunate. And then for some reason after the race, the 11 stopped in front of me and tried to pick a fight, and I don't know what that was all about. And he swung and hit at my car, so I figured if we're going to play car wars under yelling after the race, I'll join too. So, those guys can dish it out, but they can't take it, and I gave it back to them, and now they want to fight. So
we're waiting to hear from race control. Pit road is currently closed for the caution flag, and now pit road will open. And we'll check and see if Kenseth will be allowed to make his stop
there's no
as
way.
we come around to complete lap 48.
I mean, he could come in and stop, but there's going to be some kind of a penalty because it's not under green.
He has to change those tires under green per the rules.
That's right.
And these caution laps count if we get to lap 50.
Yeah, and the pits are open and he didn't come in. What's going on here?
I guess what we need to do is find out what the penalty is.
Spin could not have come at a worse time for Matt Kenseth, because they had not made their green flag 2 tire stop, and the laps are going to expire on segment 1. The NASCAR official is holding Kenseth for a 1 lap penalty. A lot of special rules for this race, and here's their reaction.
I'm all here as a one-way conversation, Jason. You got to tell me whatever you need me to do here, bud. I guess we're going to have to pit, Matt. They told me that if we got in this situation, they would red flag it so that we'd have an opportunity to pit, and that's not what they're doing. Caution came out with 4 laps to go. So pit, if that's what they're saying. I don't need to explain. Just let me know what you may do. I'll pit here then.
That is one cool customer right there. I would be screaming, and he just said, tell me what to do.
Larry, the explanation that we had was that caution laps counted if they ran out the segment under caution.
Talk about confusing. I still never understand why NASCAR has to have these complicated rules for all-star races. An all-star race is supposed to be fun, exciting, and entertaining. But NASCAR fails to get that, it seems like, year in and year out. And Matt Kenseth got screwed out of an all-star race because a caution was thrown and he hadn't pitted yet. And he had to pit or he would serve a 1-lap penalty. Well, he unfortunately had to serve that penalty and was unable to win the all-star race because of this. Michael Waltrip is definitely one of NASCAR's craziest characters that we've ever had. During the 2015 grid walk at Texas, he spilled a taco inside Denny Hamlin's track bar. He was very lucky that this actually didn't damage the inside of the race car, and he was still able to make adjustments during the race, because that would have been disastrous for the 11 team. And during the All-Star race in 2024, when waving the promoter's caution flag, the essential competition caution, Michael Waltrip would drop the yellow flag on the racetrack and have cars run over it. Now, that's just embarrassing that even happened.